Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ty Smith, Minor Renaissance Man, and I'm getting ready to do a video about two of my people on here that subscribe that have been asking me some questions. I'm not going to say their names. They didn't give me permission to, and at the same time, I didn't ask them. But two things I'm going to be talking about. For one, both of them are a form of abuse. But one person asked about, what can be the starting point of them going into possible new relationships after they came out of an abusive relationship. That's one. The other one was a person that's they're grown up now, got their own kids, but they have a parent that always pretty much downed them. And what I mean by that, the parent called them bastard, pretty much saying that they didn't really want them, and the parent even actually told them that they didn't even really love them. So I'm going to be addressing those two things, okay? Now, the first one I'm going to go ahead and hit on is the one with the parent saying, calling their son or daughter a bastard and saying that they don't really love them and things like that. Now, the point I'm going to be hitting on is aftermath. And what I mean by that, I've dealt with a lot of people who had this done to them, and it can be very hurtful. That's why I say, no matter what, people say things like, don't lie and tell kids that little saying they have, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt. Words hurt more than sticks and stones, because sticks and stones, once something happened to you from something like sticks and stones, you heal. Once the pain is gone, there's no remembrance. Somebody say something real hurtful, that stuff can affect you years down the road, just like this person I'm talking about in particular. I think they told me that they were 31 years old, and still to this day, it affected them. So what I would say to you is this: talk to that parent of yours. Just simply ask them, what is your reasoning for saying this to me? Now, one or two things: if they call you a bastard and calling you things like that and saying, I'm not, they didn't say they didn't want this person I'm talking to, the subscribers. They simply said like, you're a bastard, I never loved you, and I don't want you, things like that. But now, to that person, I want you to do this. Go to that parent, not in judgment. Talk to them about them. What I mean, simply, mom or whoever, dad, can you just tell me how your upbringing was? Talk to me about your parents. Let me know, just talk to me. What's something that y'all used to do when y'all were kids? What's stuff that y'all did? Have you ever gotten in trouble? How was your mom? How was your dad? And all that. How many brothers and sisters do you have? I mean, you might already know this about them, especially the brothers and sisters. They're going to be your aunts and uncles. But ask them questions about them. Ask them, like I said, how did they grow up? Because then what you end up discovering is that maybe they were done a certain type of way by their own mom and dad. And it's hard for you to even imagine that. Like right now, if it's you're a 31-year-old man or woman, and your mom or dad is saying this to you. Now, if you get your mom or dad to talk about their mom or dad, which is your grandma or grandpa, it can shock you, because you can never think that your grandma or grandpa can be like that towards your mom and your dad. So that's what I'm saying. I know it hurts that they say that about you, but my point in saying all that is that you're going in there with the mindset that you're not going to make it about you. Don't go in there, how come you don't love me? What did I ever do to you? Why do you call me about? Talk to them about them. And in doing that, you're going to discover a whole lot of stuff. You're going to discover a lot. That's if they actually open up and tell you. But like I said, go into the conversation with, hey mom, what's some things y'all used to do when y'all were kids? Or hey mom, have you ever did something that got you in trouble? Hey, did you do something sneaky that, grandma and grandpa, like, almost beat you to death over? You know what I mean? And I'm saying that metaphorically, like you got a real bad spanking is what I'm saying, people. But talk to them about them. And like I said, in doing so, they'll begin to open up and share things with you. And then what that does, that allows you to figure out why your mom or why your dad is like that towards you. See, a lot of times, y'all, we don't even know that certain behaviors can be formed by our parents or by people in general based on what was done to them. See, I'm going to just give you an example. I'm not going to say no names, but on the streets, let's just say you grow up in the ghetto and all you see are guys who wake up in the morning, and when you talk to them, you say, hey, what's going on, T-Money? He'll say, oh man, I'm going to work. So in your mind, he said he's going to work, and then when you go and see what he does for work, you see him standing around, and he's like, oh man, he's making exchanges with somebody. He hand them something, they hand him something, or he'll go to the gas station, he'll hand them something, they hand him something. Also, he's going to work. But in your mind as a child, you don't know that he's doing something illegal. I'm just flat out being honest with you. You don't know that he's doing like a drug deal. You don't know. All you know is that you call that work. So what I'm saying is that you see that, and then he ends up telling you, hey, yeah, you know the work I do? I'm going to put you on some work. I'm going to give you some work. That's actually what they say a lot of times. I'm going to give you some work. And you figure, oh, he's going to give me some work. He hands you like some weed in bags and all that, and he tell you, I want you to go down there and run about 5 blocks. That way you're going to see a dude down there with a hoodie on. He's going to be standing next to a garbage can. He got a red lid. I want you to take that work I gave you and put it in there. He's going to give you a backpack or whatever like that, and I want you to take that backpack, run it back to me, and I'll give you $20. So you're doing all these things like that, not knowing that you actually have been introduced into being a little drug dealer, a little hustler, whatever. So what I'm saying is that if that cycle goes on and you never get caught or anything ever gets done, for some odd reason, you find yourself teaching that possibly to your child or to other people that this is work. It's not until, and especially if you don't go to school, you never gonna know. So what I'm saying is this: they say amongst the church realm that it's called a generational curse, and I just call it not hereditary, but I just call it just habitual. And what I mean by that is that the way that mom and dad were is a possibility that you're gonna be the same way that mom and dad is. Not that you're trying to, but you're only doing things based off of what you see. See, I'm gonna give you guys an example. How is it, and I might have said this in one of my other videos, so I might be re-quoting myself, I'm going to do that a lot, but how is it that lions, which is my favorite animal, they know exactly what to do? So when cubs are being raised, how do those cubs know to stop when mom and them are going hunting? They don't even talk to each other, but how do they know? So another thing, when those cubs sit there and as they begin to get older, they notice, hey, I notice that whenever dad leaves, he goes out for a while and then he ends up coming back. I wonder what he's doing. And then vice versa. They end up seeing that mom is crouching down. What is she doing? What is she looking at? Oh, she's looking at that thing right there. That thing with stripes on it. Oh, look at my aunts. Look at them. Oh, wait, they're all going around in this big circle. They're surrounding that thing right there. What are they getting ready to do? And all of a sudden, they see an ambush happens, and they see that mom them goes and attack the zebra and bring the zebra down. They see how mom grabs it by the throat, suffocates it, whatever like that. So what I'm saying is that they learn because they are watching. You don't even have to say anything, but they're learning by watching. So the male cubs, as they get older, they actually sometimes will follow their dad out to a certain distance. They're like, what is dad doing? He's going around, he's keeps on marking these different areas. Oh wow, dad is fighting off these little spotted looking things that keeps on trying to come to our area. Oh, dad is fighting off those things that when we try to eat, they come and want to take our food, and dad is fighting those off. Oh, that's what I'm going to be doing one day without even question. They just grow into it. So that's my point. They grow into that. It doesn't have to be said. It doesn't have to be sat down and taught as a lesson. They learn by watching. So behavior like that is learned by watching. That's how they know how to hunt, because they watch. The mother don't sit there and go, hey daughters, look, I'm crouching down, I'm sneaking towards it. They don't do any of that. They just simply go and they watch what mom do, and that's how they learn to do what they do. Then they put it into practice, and they end up pretty much going down from generation to generation. So anyway, that's my whole point. So to you who said that your mom is saying these things to you, I understand that, but the question is this: what did she show you? I'm not making up no excuse for it. It's terrible for a parent to say that to their kids anyway, saying that you're a bastard and I never wanted you, or I don't love you, or anything like that. But the question is, love ain't necessarily a feeling. Love ain't necessarily words that you gotta say. Love is action. Did she feed you every day? Did she take care of you? So even though she might be saying that out of anger, then that's my question. Why do she say that? Figure it out. Like I said, go to her or him, if it's your dad, ask him. Don't go in there and say, why don't you like me? What is it about me that you don't love? What did I ever do to you to make you not love me? Don't do that. Go to them and talk about them. See, make it about them. It might take a week or something. Just constantly ask them these questions, because the thing is, it's going to enlighten them that you even inquiring about them. So then they're going to tell their story. Let them get everything out that they possibly can about their life, their struggles, things they went through. Then it might help you to understand and see why they like that. See, you might end up finding out that it's nothing to do with how they felt towards you. Maybe their mom and maybe their dad did it to them. You know, some people learn behaviors that they just feel with just being, they're just spiteful and always negative. And you find yourself being spiteful and negative too. But to that person I'm talking to, you told me that you got kids, you don't do that. That's great. You broke a habitual thing that could have possibly been passed down to you had you so chose to do like your parent is doing towards you. So yeah, try that. Let me know how it goes, and we'll go from there. And just give it a shot. Like I said, make it about them, okay? So this is Ty Smith, my Renaissance man, getting ready to check out. That's to my friend who wrote me and told me about the parent calling him that, and I'm getting ready to go into this next video about the abuse in a relationship, okay? So hope you guys all have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, hope and pray that you all are in great health. God bless you all in Jesus' name.